Alright, so let's proceed. Um, let's take a different example. So again we are continuing with the same topic, 9's complement and 10's complement we are using for subtraction, or you can say addition of negative numbers, addition of numbers which include negative numbers. Okay, so what we need to do, so let's take a different example. So in the earlier case the result was positive. Now let's take a case where the result is negative. So that is like say 14 minus say 27, 14 minus 27. Okay, so in sign magnitude form what we do, we look at the number, compare the magnitude of the two numbers, and we know that 27 is bigger, and then what we do, 27 we subtract from 27 14. Okay, so 7 minus 3 is 7 minus 4 is 3, and then 2 minus 1 is 1, and then whatever is the sign of the bigger number. Okay, so 14 and 27, 14 has plus sign, 27 has minus sign, so sign of the bigger number is assigned to the answer, so that is the answer, that is minus 30. So what are the steps we did? We have compared the magnitude of two numbers, that is one step. So we need, if you want to implement that by machine or computer, you need to compare, you should have a circuit to compare the magnitude of two numbers. It's called magnitude comparator. So that circuit we need to use, and then once we find out whichever is larger number, that we have to take it as the minuend. Okay, so this is the minuend, and then you have the subtrahend. So smaller number will be taken as a subtrahend. Then we get the result. Now we have to assign a sign to that result, which is basically the sign of the bigger number. So this is the normal procedure that we do in everyday life. Now how to make the process simpler? Use 10's complement or 9's complement. Okay, so let's use 9's complement. Okay, 9's complement method. So what we do, we take 14, then add to it the 2's complement, the 9's complement of it. So how do we find 9's complement? Just subtract from 99 27. Okay, so you may think that we need to do this subtraction, but actually we don't need to do this subtraction. When you do it for example with binary data, I will show you, we can avoid the subtraction step here. So I will come into 1's complement and 2's complement, then that will become clear. Okay, so 9 minus 7, that is 2, 9 minus 2, that is 7, so that is 72. So this is our 9's complement of minus 27. So this is basically minus 27 in 9's complement form. So you take that and then add to 14. Okay, so take 72 and add it. Okay, so just addition, the normal procedure. So this we need to perform. So 4 plus 2 6, and then you have 1 plus 7, that is 8. So we got 86. So the result we got, we didn't get any carry. Okay, earlier we got carry, so now we got no carry. So carry is not there. So what we need to do? So we just say that 86 is the right answer. Okay, 86 is the right answer, and the answer is in the 9's complement form. Now to check whether our answer is right or not, what we need to do is take the 9's complement of this and see it in the sign magnitude form. So what we need to do, 99 minus 86. So we will have 9 minus 6, so that is basically 3, and then 9 minus 8, it is 1. So we got minus 30. So 86 is basically minus 30. So that is the correct answer. Okay. So the answer we obtained is in 9's complement form. Okay. So that is basically the method of solving using 9's complement. Now let's do it also with the 10's complement method. Okay. So 10's complement. Method. So we have 14. Again, what is the 10's complement? Once you know 9's complement, you just increment it by 1, because instead of subtracting from 99, we have to subtract from 100. So we get a value which is 1 greater than that. So it will be 73. And then what is the result that we get? 4 plus 3. So that will be 7. And then 7 plus 1, that is 8. So we get 87. And again we did not get any carry, so carry is again 0, and in such cases we say that this itself is the answer, but the answer is in 10's complement form. Since we are using 10's complement method, the answer has come in 10's complement form. And to verify whether which is this number in sign magnitude form, what we need to do is we have to do 100 minus 87. 100 minus 87 is basically 30. And then since it is a negative number, because it is greater than 49, all numbers greater than 49 correspond to negative number in 10's complement form. So this corresponds to 13 again. Okay, so 87 is the 10's complement form of minus 13, 86 is the 9's complement form of minus 13. So minus 13 is the answer, and that we are getting. Okay, so now coming to the binary format. Okay, so if you have in binary number system, instead of 9's complement and 10's complement, we will have what is called as 1's complement and 2's complement, because base 10 and 10's complement, similarly we have base 2 and 2's complement, and 1 less than 2, that is it is also called in generic form, it is also called radix complement and diminished radix complement. Okay, so those are technical terms. Radix complement and diminished, that means 1 less. So like 1's complement, this is 2's complement. So here radix complement example is 10's complement and 2's complement. Okay, for radix 2, 2's complement, and here diminished radix complement. Okay, so example 9's complement and 1's complement. Okay, so in the previous procedure which I showed, we are just implementing subtraction with addition, provided all numbers are given in 9's complement format. We don't need this subtraction also, right? Because already the numbers are represented minus, instead of minus 27, it is given as 72. So there is some way we need to take the 9's complement form. So we need to enter the number always in the 9's complement form, and then we only require addition if all numbers are given. But whenever we want to do subtraction, and what we are subtracting, that is the subtrahend is 27, we have to rewrite it as 14 plus minus 27, and then we need to take the complement of form of minus 27. So that in 9's complement and 10's complement involves subtracting from 99 and then finding out the answer. But when you go to the binary system, the corresponding 2's complement and 1's complement, we don't require that subtraction operation, and that's what we are going to see. Okay, so let's look at what is this 1's complement and 2's complement. The idea is exactly the same. If you have understood 9's complement and 10's complement, we can extend the same idea. For example, we have a 4-bit number. So let's take a case of n equal to 4. Let the number of digits in the binary number is equal to 4. Okay, number of binary digit. Okay, with the 4 binary digits, we can represent numbers from if it is only a positive number, then you can represent it from 0 0 0, that is the first one, then 0 0 0 1. This way you can go. Then you have 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 up to say 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. So these are the 16 possibilities with n equal to 4. And now what we are saying what we are saying is that half of this possibility means 0 to 7. We are considering it as positive numbers, so this side is positive numbers, and the next half, that is from 8 to 15, okay, the corresponding decimal is 8 to 15, we are saying it is negative numbers. Okay, so first let us look at 1's complement. So in 1's complement, what is going to happen is, so I will write, so this will be minus 7. Okay, so this will be minus 7. So 0, let me use this color. So this will be denoting minus 7. Let me write for simplicity in binary number, and then minus 6, etc. And this will be minus 1, minus 0. Okay, so same idea. So we have all these binary numbers, but then we are mapping it to negative numbers, half of them, and the way we are mapping is just like we did it in the case of 9's complement. So this is 1's complement representation. Okay, so 1 0 0 0 is basically the 1's complement representation. It is basically representing minus 7. Okay, and 1 1 1, that is representing minus 0. So this is basically the 1's complement representation. 1's complement. And now what about 2's complement? It will be minus 8, minus 7. It goes like this. You have minus 2, minus 1. Okay, same idea. So I think it is not difficult for you to see right now how is the mapping. So we have 4 bits. We have taken n equal to 4. So there are 4 bits in the binary number, and we can have 16 combination possible. Out of that, the first half, that is from 0 0 0 0 to 0 1 1 1, that is corresponding to 7, they are treated as positive number, just like that. And then all the numbers with the MSB as 1, they are treated as negative numbers. But the mapping is like this. For 1's complement, it is 1 0 0 0 is treated as minus 7, but for 2's complement, it is treated as minus 7. Okay, so this is how the 1's complement and 2's complement look like. Now, so we can have, for example, all the 16 cases. Let me just write down. So one I will write as the decimal, and then I will write sign magnitude, then I will write 1's complement, and then I will write 2's complement. Okay, so these are the three different possibilities. So this is like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are the possibilities and the corresponding sign magnitude form. Okay, so this here when I say 0, 0 means I am actually the binary code is for this is basically 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, and 5 means 0, 1, 0, 1, that is 5, and then 6 means 0, 1, 1, 0, 7 means 0, 1, 1, 1, 8 means 1, 0, 0. Okay, so this is the binary code, and similarly you can go up to 14, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So these are this is the binary representation of these decimals, which you already know. Binary to decimal, decimal to binary, we have seen all of that. I am not writing everything, you can just write if you want to complete it. Now sign magnitude form, what we are going to say is that the first half, this is the first half, we will treat it as positive number. So in sign magnitude form, what we do, so it is the same, no difference, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. So first bit is basically denoting the sign. Okay, and so this is basically 0, 1, 1, 1. So this is plus 7, and the previous one 1, 1, 0, this is plus 6, this is plus 0, this is plus 1, etc. And then the second half, that is 1, 0, 0. So that is plus this, the next one is basically so let me write it as 1, 0, 0, 0. This is basically in sign magnitude form, it is basically minus 0. That is the sign. So we have a sign bit, which is the MSB here. The most significant bit, we treat it as the sign bit. We allocate one bit. So in binary representation, we are not coming up with any plus or minus sign. Instead of that, what we do is the most significant position we will assign for sign. If it is 0, it is positive. So next one 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is basically minus 1. And the 3 bits is basically magnitude. The first bit is sign. So this way you go, and then you have 1, 1, 1, 0. So this is basically minus 6, and then 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is minus 7. So this is the sign magnitude form. Okay. Okay, so what about 1's complement? 1's complement, again, all this I am not repeating again this binary code. If you look at that, it will be plus 0, plus 1, just like earlier, and then plus 6, plus 7. And what will be this? This will be minus 7, minus 6, etc. up to minus 1, minus 0. So that is 1's complement form. So it just compares all the cases, and in 2's complement form, the positive side is exactly the same, and you have plus 6, plus 7, and when you come to 1, 0, 0, that is treated as minus 8, and then minus 7. and then you have minus 2, minus 1. Okay, so this is how it is related. So sign magnitude form, so where you have one dedicated bit showing the sign and the remaining bit basically shows the magnitude. Okay, the 3 bits are allocated for magnitude, and whatever is that magnitude, if 0 0 means 0, 0 0 1 means 1. Okay, and 1 is here, it is MSB is 1 means it is minus, but in 1's complement you have to know that it is minus 7. So this is a better representation. We claim that 1's complement and 2's complement representation is better. Of course, for readability, which is better is sign magnitude form. You just look at the sign, the most significant bit, and then you look at the next 3 bits, you have the magnitude. It is very readily you can understand it, but it may not be very easy to understand that 1001 is minus 6. That is not very clear, but still, why do we use this? It's because it is very easy to do subtraction, just like we had a subtraction. By using this method you can do addition. Okay, so that is the advantage of 1's complement and 2's complement. Now, how to take 1's complement? Okay, so the generic mathematical rule is still the same as I wrote earlier. Now, to take the 1's complement, what we need to do is basically 2 raised to n minus 1 minus n. This is what we need to take the 1's complement of n. This is what we need to do. Take 2 raised to n. So here it is 2 raised to n. Earlier it was 10 raised to n. So that was for decimal numbers. So base is 10. So here is 2 raised to n minus 1. So same procedure is what we need to do. So you may think you need to do subtraction, but actually it's doesn't require subtraction to do this. So that is the whole idea of making things much easier. And let's take some examples. So suppose example n is equal to say 1 0 1. So this number, okay, so this number is what? It is basically 8 plus 5, so that is 13. So this is basically 30. Okay, so suppose we want to represent, so if this is positive 13 means it will be okay, so we need one more digit because it's exceeding half of what 4-bit number can represent. So let's put 5-digit number, make it a 5-digit number. So this is 30. So this is plus 30. Now what is minus 30? So that is our intention. So to find minus 30, so what will be the representation? Okay, so we just need to apply this formula, 2 raised to n. So n is 5 here, n is 5. So n is 5 means 2 raised to 5 is basically 32, right? So 32 is basically 1 followed by 0 0 0 0. Basically, if it is 5 means you have to put 5 zeros. Okay, and 2 raised to 5 minus 1, 2 raised to 5 minus 1, 2 raised to 5 minus 1 means 31. Okay, which is basically 5 ones. So that is it. Okay, so now what we need to do? 2 raised to n minus 1 minus the binary representation of 30, right, which is here. So this is what we have to do. So we just do this 5 ones minus whatever number here, which is 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1. All right, so this is if you look at 1 minus 1, that is 0, 1 minus 0. So we are doing subtraction, and later I will show you, or just now I will show you that you don't really require a subtraction for this. And 1 minus 0, or you can see it by yourself right now itself. 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 0 1. So this is 1. So to get this one, so you see that if you compare these two, you just compare these two, you can see a relationship. Wherever it is 1, it is 0. Wherever it is 0, it is 1. So that is what happens when you subtract the number from another number which is a whole 1. You really don't need to borrow or anything like that. You just need to complement each bit. So if you have 1 here, you go to 0. If you have 0 here, you go to 1. You have 1 here, you go to 0. It's just a NOT gate operation. Okay, sorry, this is 0, and then this one 1. Okay, so you can directly come to this ones complement very quickly. Just complement every bit. For that you don't need a circuit which implement subtraction. So that makes it very, very advantageous for us. In order to find the complement, you can just in order to find the ones complement, you can just complement every bit by bit. You can just complement it. All right, so we got the complement. Okay, so similarly, to find mathematically, if you want to find the 2's complement of n bit number, what we need to do? We just need to do 2 raised to n minus n. Just the same way. Only difference is that radix is 2 instead of 10. So earlier it was 10 raised to n for 10's complement minus n. Again, how can we do that? Do we need a subtractor for this? Ideally speaking, we need to basically, if you want to do the same example for minus 13, how do we represent? So what we need to do is basically 1 followed by 5 zeros, right? And from that you need to subtract this one 0 1 1 0 1. So this is what we need to do to implement 2 raised to n, means this one for n equal to 5 zeros, and then n is given as plus 13. Okay, you just need to subtract, but this subtraction is tedious. We won't do that. Instead of that, we can say that subtract from 5 ones, you subtract this, and then you will get which is basically the 9's complement, which you can implement very easily, and then add 1 to it. Okay, find the 9's complement and add 1 to it. So that will be 1 0 0 1 1. So this is the 2's complement, representation of minus 13. Okay, so minus 13 in 2's complement form, it is just 1 larger than the actual number. So how to achieve this? Practically, how to achieve it? Do we need subtraction? No, because we can find the 9's complement, or sorry, 1's complement quickly by complementing each bit, and then all you need to do is just add 1 to it. So find the 1's complement and then add 1 to it. So that is the procedure that we will use for implementation. So we avoid any kind of subtraction that is required. Okay, now coming back to our arithmetic. So arithmetic, that is subtraction. Subtraction using 1's complement and 2's complement. Okay, so we did all of this so that we can subtract very conveniently. So let's take as an example, say 23 minus 10. Okay, we know that the answer is 30. Okay, so how to do it with 1's complement? So first let us do it with 1's complement using 1's complement. Using 1's complement. So what we need to do? 23 plus we need a minus 10. Okay, so this is basically what is minus 10? So 23 we need to first of all represent 23 with the two numbers in binary form. Let's take. So 23 is what? 23 is we need 5 bits to represent it. 16 plus 23 is basically 16 plus if I put 8 it will go to 24, so I don't need 8. 0 plus then 4 plus 2 plus 1, right? 16 plus 7, so that is basically 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, so this is our 23, and then 10 is basically 1 0 1 0. So this is 23 and 10, and then we need minus 10. Minus 10 in 1's complement form, it becomes just 0 1 0 1. Okay, but we will use 5 bits, so here it is 0 and this will be 1. Okay, so that is something that you have to keep in mind, how many bits you have to use. Okay, so that depends on the magnitude of the numbers. So here it is 23, so 23 is greater than 16. Okay, so greater than 16 means at least to represent the magnitude you need 5 bits. Okay, to represent the magnitude as I have shown here you need 5 bits, but we need one more additional bit so that the magnitude doesn't exceed half of the whole possibilities. So you need here 6 bits. So similarly you have to take 10 in 6 bits here, and then this is minimum. Okay, because 23 you need 6 bits, so we need to keep the same number of bits for here also. So 1's complement means you just invert all the bits. So wherever 0 you put 1, wherever 1 you have 0. 0 become 1, 1 becomes 0, 0 become 1. So this is your minus 10. So then finally we have 23 plus minus 10. This we have to do. So so we write 23 0 1 0 1 1 1 plus then minus 10 I write 1 1 0 1 0 1. So 1 plus 1 1 0 carry 1, 1 plus 1 0 carry 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 1 1 carry 1 1, 1 plus 1 0 1, 1 plus 1 0 1. So there is a carry that is coming. Same thing, you have to take that carry and add to the result, just like we did for 9's complement. We have to do the same thing, same concept. So you take that one and add to it, so that will give you 1 0 1 1 0 0. Okay, so this is basically what? This is basically 13. This is basically plus 13. Okay, you have seen that, right? 8 plus 5.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Can you repeat that part, sir, where that requirement of 6-bit numbers?
Okay. So you look at the magnitude of this. So if the numbers are given as decimal numbers, you look at the magnitude of those numbers. So here it is, the magnitude is 23, right? 23 and 10, right?
Yes,
So 23 means, so whenever we use 1's complement or 2's complement, so how many bits has to be used? That is the question. So if you have to represent a number 23, the magnitude alone require 5 bits,
Yes, sir.
right? But
Yes.
the magnitude of any number, so if it require 5 bits, then you have one more bit for sign. You need one more bit for representing the sign, then only you can have half of them for positive and half of them for negative, right?
Yes, sir.
One additional bit is required for sign. Okay, so you can see that earlier when I wrote all this table, you can see that all the negative numbers have must be 1, all the positive numbers have must be 0, whether it is 1's complement, 2's complement, or sign magnitude. All of this, the first bit basically shows you the sign. So out of the 4 bit there are 16 combination, but magnitude is only going up to 7 or 8. That is the maximum magnitude it goes to. So if 23 means you need one additional bit than 5 bits, so that the sign can also be comfortably represented. Okay, so 6 bit, that means 64 combinations are possible. Out of that, 32 of them will show positive numbers, 32 will show negative numbers. So 23 is less than 32, which is the half of the complete 64 combination. So that is how you have to look at it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So same thing you can do with 2's complement. So using 2's complement. So all that you need to do is to take the 2's complement of 10. So I have the first number, which is 23. 23 is 0 0 1 0 1 0. Sorry, no. 23 is different. 23 is this. Okay, this is 23. So 23 is 0 1 0 1 1 1. Then add to that my minus 10. Minus 10 in 1's complement is this, but 2's complement you have to just add 1 to it. Okay, so you can say 1 1 0 1, and to 0 1 if you add 1, you will get 1 0. This is the 2's complement. Okay, this is the 2's complement of minus 10. So just add it 1 and then discard carry if it comes. And 1 plus 1 0 1 1 carry 1, then 1 plus 1 0, and then carry 1 1 plus 1. So discard the carry, you have the answer here. So this is basically plus 30. Okay, so now let's take the other example where the number turns out to be negative after the arithmetic operation. So with that it will be complete. So let's do another example. Say 12 minus 50. We know that it is minus 3. So what is 12? 1 1 0 0. This is only magnitude. So if you want to comfortably represent sign also, you need, so this is your plus 12, and then minus 15. Minus 15, we have to find out. First of all, you need plus 15. So plus 15 is basically 0 1 1 1, and therefore minus 15, just complement each bit in 1's complement form. So this is your 1's complement. Okay, so once you get minus 15, all you need to do is add to plus 12 your minus 15. So 1 0 0 0 0. So add it 1 1 1, and you see that there is no carry coming now. There is no carry here. Carry is not there. So like before, we say that this is the answer. Now to check whether and the answer is in 1's complement form. So what is the answer? So what you need to do, you have to flip every bit. So to check whether this is the right answer, you have to flip every bit, and yes, that is 3. Okay, and put a sign. Put a sign, which is -3. Okay, same thing you can do with 2's complement. So with that I will stop. So 2's complement of -15 is what? You have to flip every bit and then add 1 to it. So it will be 1 0 0 0 1. So plus 12, which is 0 1 1 0 0, plus -15 1 0 0 0 1 1, then 0 1 1 1. So there is no carry again, no carry. Then we say that this itself is the result. But to check whether which number is this, flip every bit, 0 0 0 1 0, and then add 1 to it. So that will be 2's complement. 1's complement plus 1 is 2's complement. So that will be this one, and then put a sign which is -1. So this is basically -3. Okay, so if you have any doubts you can ask, otherwise we are stopping here. Any doubts? Any doubts? Is it all clear? Any doubts?
Sir, hello, sir.
Hello, yes, yes.
Sir, in representation of that number in 2's complement form, sir.
2's complement, yeah.
Yes, sir. The number shouldn't be reverted to positive number. Means we are taking 1's complement number is negative, then if we take again 1's complement, then shouldn't it be
So
positive?
the complement of complement, it will come back. Yes, correct. That's right.
So, but then why we are given the negative sign in there, sir?
No. We
-3.
are not taking complement in the last step. We are not taking complement. We are just checking, because by looking at the complement representation, we do not know which number it is, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the answer is actually in 2's complement or 1's complement form, but we do not know whether. Otherwise, we have to compare it with the map that we had. So for larger number of digits, that is also not a feasible option. For like 4 bits and all you can have, but for 6 bits you have to have a mapping of all 64 combinations. So we are just checking out which is this number here. Okay, we are not taking a complement here. This step is not required to be implemented. This is not required. This is just for
Yes.
our sake to check which number is this. The result is here itself. You don't need to do anything. The result is available. But this result is what? If I ask you which is this number in 2's complement, what is your answer? You can't right away say that, right? So you need
Yes,
to take a 2's complement, and then you are getting it as 3. So that means it is -3. So we are just verifying it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but if you have a carry coming, you don't need to. You can check it yourself from the answer, right? If a carry is coming, you discard the carry, and I told you that this is the answer.
Yes, sir.
Because it's a positive number, it is the same for all three representation. Positive number is the same, right? Whether it is sign magnitude, 1's complement, 2's complement, all are same. So I can immediately verify, I don't need to do anything. But if it is a negative number and it is in 2's complement or 1's complement, then I can't straight away tell which number it is. But if it was sign magnitude form, I can tell. But that is of not much use when you try to implement it with the computer. Yeah. So I hope that confusion is clear now.
Yes, sir.